Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is an edition of Farm Fresh Cards, and I am running a wee bit late. I apologize. It's been one of those days, if you know what I mean. But no excuse for being late. But anyways, I have some cute cards to share with you today. Hello, sorry, I'm going to mute my computer. And these cards are using the Give It a Whirl dies, and we'll come back to them in a minute. I'm going to put up my February host code right here. It's still celebration, so for every $50 order that you place in my online store, you get to pick something for free from the celebration catalog. And this is the February host code right here. So I'm trying to straighten out my paper here online. There we go. Okay. So I'm using a couple of things from the celebration catalog today. I'm going to be using the Driving By stamp set, and I will show that to you. It is adorable, and this is one of the things that are free with a $50 order. It is on page 7. I'm also using on one of the cards I use some of the Simply Marvelous paper. That's another free item with a $50 order. And also my favorite, and I know a lot of people love this, and that is a Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. And that's the paper I'm going to use on the card that I'm going to make right now to share with you. If you are watching this on YouTube, let me know, say hi, tell me where you're from. I'd love to hear what you think about the card. A thumbs up is always appreciated. One more thing, if you decide to buy the starter kit right now, not only do you get the fabulous starter kit, which is anything you want in the catalog for $125 worth of product for $99. In addition to that, you can get 2 free stamp sets of your choice from any of the current catalogs, and this lasts a few more weeks until February 28th. So that is a fantastic deal. And by the way, did I say my name is Verna Mullen? I can't remember if I did at the beginning, but I'm Verna Mullen from StampinNotes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in Western New York State. If you comment and share, you will be put into a drawing for free product. And Margaret, hi. Thank you for sharing. Okay, one more thing I would like to announce, and that is the February Sweet Notes Card Club. It features the Flowering Fields Suite. That's with the beautiful tulips. And we're going to also have one card that I'll do the die cuts for you from the set that has the beautiful windmill in it. It includes $20 worth of product, and I know you'll get a half a pack of the Tulip Fields DSP, the Designer Series paper, and a roll of ribbon, and probably the butterfly gems. So a great deal. Oh, Margaret, you like that? I know, I love that set. I can't wait to work with it some more. And so I'm really excited about that. And it includes priority shipping. You will have all of the pre-cut items to make 8 cards, 4 different designs. The Designer Series paper, you cut yourself, and the instructions are in there about how much, all the measurements and everything. You get a free PDF tutorial and an online tutorial. So registration closes for this on February 10th. And so let me know if you are interested. Okay, Margaret. All right, today's card, we're going to use, it's a little card that features the Give It a Whirl stamp set. It says driving by just to say it's your birthday, and it's using the driving by stamp set. The driving by stamp set with the Give It a Whirl dies. This is the one I did with a van. I wish I had not stamped on this, but the rest of it's cute. This is a nighttime sky with little stars and clouds and stars, and all of these dies are in the Give It a Whirl die set. And this same thing, it says driving by, to say hi. You know what, okay, this is a lesson. I think I got glue on this cloud right here, and it's keeping it from turning. So I am going to have to figure out what I did to make that stick. There we go, that's what it was. So this is the same thing, driving by, and you have to go the other way. I don't have my arrow on there yet. That's why I was late getting on. I was trying to finish this. Driving by just to say, and happy birthday. Okay, so here's the Give It a Whirl dies. It has a ton of dies in it. These are this and this rectangle and this heart are to cut out the section up here where you see the words, where the card spins. Okay. These are the tiny little arrows to say which way to turn it. And I have, on this card, I've die cut it right here. It's this little arrow. So you're supposed to go this way with that card. Okay. There's also, this is to cut the mechanism that goes around. All right, and then you have some more little arrows that are just stitched embossing or die cut. It doesn't cut the whole arrow out, it just embosses into the, this is another circle for that, and a banner, and then you have several hearts here. There's 3 different hearts. And the stars. So there's a lot to this. It's a great set to have. No, this isn't the birthday card ones, Margaret. That one will be, let's see, today, I think it's 2 weeks from today. Today is the 2nd, the 9th, and 2 weeks from today. So, and I will put that in my newsletter and print it out so I remember to share that. Okay, so I'm starting with a piece of cardstock. It's Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna move this aside. It's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of, oh, I forgot to cut it. So I'll come back to that. Another cardstock layer I'm gonna have to cut quick. All right, so I've used a piece of, this is from the Rainbows, Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. I've used this die from the Give It a Whirl to cut out that piece of Designer Series paper. So it leaves this little half circle here where the edge, where you can turn the circle that turns the words, okay? And you'll see that there's a tiny circle here. And I don't know if you can see it in this. It is in this paper. All right, and the die that I chose was this kind of triangle shape here to cut out on that DSP. I'm gonna grab another piece of cardstock, and this is 5 3/8 by 1/8. And I'm gonna use Flirty Flamingo. Five 3/8 by 4 1/8. I think I said the wrong measurement. All right, so I've got that. So first thing we're gonna do is some stamping. This is the piece right here that I die cut. This is the mechanism that goes around. And it has 3 sections. You really can't see it well on this. So what I'm gonna do, you can see it embossed a little. So, and I'm going to, oh good. I'm grabbing a pencil and I'm going to put it over that tiny little circle right there. And I'm laying it over that one section. And I'm just gonna gently trace, not very hard, just so you can barely see it. I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna do it here. Okay. And some people will go ahead and put a brad through there to hold it while they do this. I'm just doing it with my, well, you can see how I'm doing it, just holding it with my fingers. Okay, and that one's gonna be, oops, right there. We're just gonna gently trace that shape in there, like that. Okay, so now I know where I'm gonna stamp. I'm gonna take the sentiment from the drive-by stamp set that says driving by just to say hi, but I'm gonna just use driving by just to say, and then I'm gonna stamp happy birthday from another set. So I'm bringing in my black Memento ink, and I'm gonna take some Scotch tape, and I'm gonna cover up just to say hi, or just to say, because I just want to ink up driving by. When you put your tape on, make it long so it's hanging over so it's easy to pull off of this. I just want to make sure I've got that all covered. Okay, and I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Ink that up. Make sure you take the tape off. All right, and driving by. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my wet, I forget what they call these, Stampin' Up sells them, but you just wet them. It's like a big sponge kind of, and it cleans your stamp set off. Driving by, okay, so now I want to stamp just to say, so I'm going to cover driving by. Whoops. And I'm going to cover hi because we're not going to be saying hi. All right. I'm going to ink up like that. And I'm going to take this messy part off that I don't want. All right, and I'm going to stamp driving by just to say. And then I'm going to use the Hey Chick stamp set because it's a similar font and about the same size. All right, so now we're going to stamp happy birthday. Right there. Happy birthday. Okay. So now I have, this is really an eraser to get glue off, but it works really well on pencil, and I'm going to erase those pencil marks. Just going around like this, and if there's any other stamping you want to do on this, now is the time to do it. Yeah, this works really good to get glue off where you don't want it. And it's not, stores carry it. It's a good stamping craft room tool to have. And mainly it's the side ones that you want to make sure you remove and get off there. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of basic white paper, and I'm going to stamp up my vehicle. And I'm stamping it in basic black or Memento black. Just like that. I want the car with the balloons. I love, that's my favorite one, is the car with the balloons. All right. And let's see our colors here. We've got Flirty Flamingo. With that, I think I'll do the car in Flirty Flamingo. And I'm using Stampin' Blends. I'm not going to do anything fancy. One thing with the blends is it will bleed through the back. So if you're coloring on a surface that you're concerned about, you want to put something down behind it. So I'm waiting to get blinds put in my studio here, and through Lowe's, it's been a whole thing, and the first time they did not come because the gentleman wasn't working for Lowe's anymore. Well, then today they were scheduled, and I have to move everything around, and the guy got held up, and he was going to be here between 8 and 10, and I called, and he got held up and ran into problems. And he would be here this afternoon, but he did not come. So evidently this, where he was working, he had unexpected problems. So he's supposed to come Saturday. And I'm hoping he does. I'm sure it's not his fault. Okay. That tire is a little iffy. All right, I am going to put another layer of pink on here. So I want it nice and bright. All right, And let's do Granny Apple Green balloons to pull in the cardstock base. Just like that. I'm going to add a little light just on the top. That will blend in. And I need to do a little bit of silver right here and right here. And we'll do a tiny bit of yellow, so saffron, right here where the light is. And I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. And when you're fussy cutting, you need to turn your paper as much as you can, not your scissors. You'll get a smoother cut. So we're bracing for a lot of snow here. It's supposed to start tonight and go into Friday. This is Thursday, February 2nd. And I know we could get up to 12 inches or more. We already have a lot on the ground. We have a huge field below our house, and the deer have been coming out, especially at night, and digging through the snow because there's new seeding under there, meaning that it was planted as a hay field this past spring, and the deer like whatever crops they used in there, probably clover and timothy, all that good stuff. All right, so we have our car, and let's put this together. So I'm going to use a little circle under here just to brace this, and I've just gone ahead and die cut out a little circle. It doesn't even have to be a circle, it's not going to show. And I'm going to take your pick tool and just poke a hole down through the middle. Oh, Margaret, I hope that goes well, and probably with you going early, that's good. I'm going to layer some dimensionals on that. And this isn't going to show. I know this doesn't go with the pink that I've used on the card. The Flirty Flamingo. I think this is polished pink. Okay, I just want to help support keeping this layer up. So that's why I'm adding the dimensionals to the back of this. And I'm going to try and line it up right over that circle. Move that so I can see what I'm doing. All right. And so now we're going to take and line this up with the circle there. And we're going to use a brad. Now Stampin' Up! Does sell these little brads. And we will be covering the brad up. It won't show. There's white and gray and black. These are the little brads. I guess they're gray and black. I was thinking there was white in there. Okay, and we're gonna go just like that. Okay, so now we want to pop this up on the back of our card. So what I'm going to do, I'm using the foam strips that Stampin' Up! Has. And they come in a package. And this is what they look like. And I'll, yeah, I hope that is the end of your tooth problem. It's so, there's nothing worse than a toothache, I think. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to put my phone so it straightens out the picture. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one of these strips off here. And I'm going to go around the edge of this underside of the card here. And I'm going to start over here close to the wheel. I'm just putting this down. I'm going to turn here on the corner. Line that up along there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to show. We just want it to lift, help hold this layer up. I'm using my, not my good scissors to trim that off there. I'm going to take this little piece here and put it over here. I'm going to trim a little off this end. I'm going to pull another piece off. I think it takes about 3. And I'm just putting it on, just on the inside of the edge of the card. Because if you put it too near the edge, it will show. And you don't want to get it near your mechanism, your wheel that's going to turn. Too close. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to just start another layer here. You could also use a larger foam strip. Yes, that's for sure, Margaret. And I think I'll just go like this. Come around here. Okay, and I have a little piece, this little piece here. I'm gonna cut, oops, that just went flying across the room. Stick that there, and I'm gonna stick a dimensional here. Just like this. And I think that's maybe one more right there. Okay, now I'm going to take the top off these sticky strips. There's another layer to peel here. I thought I'd better fill my bird feeder before the storm hits. So I'm going to go out and do that before dark. Okay. All right. So this is going to go on this layer of Flirty Flamingo, if I can say it. I think that looks about right. All right. Now we need a piece of road. So I've cut a strip of basic black. It's 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. You can see it on this card here. It's going to go across the bottom. And I'm not seeing it here. Let me grab it over here. It's also die cut. I used this frame here. That I cut this from. I laid on the 1 1/4 by 1 inch strip, and so it die cut that little section out of it. And I'm not seeing that strip or that piece. I'm just gonna cut it with my, oh, I better not do that. Let me grab my Stampin' Emboss machine. All right, sorry about that. I have a piece cut here and it has disappeared. All right, so this is going to go on there just like that. I'm going to get my Tombow glue. Okay. And then I have a thin strip of the Pattern Play Designer Series paper. And that's going to go on there for our road. Not sure if I'm going to like it with this or not. I'll go ahead and put it on there. It kind of looks like the lines in the road. All right. And when that dries, I'll trim that. Let's pop our vehicle on there. Our birthday car. We'll get a strip of dimensionals here. Oh, the groundhog. I wasn't even keeping track of what the groundhog saw today. 6 more weeks of winter. Oh boy. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Okay, so there's our car going down the road, bringing birthday greetings. And so we're going to cover this. So our mechanism, also we need it to put a little arrow there for the mechanism. And which way do we want to go? Okay, so it's going to go this way. So we want our arrow end to face this direction. And I tried cutting this arrow out with the adhesive sheets, and I couldn't peel it. It was so tiny. So I'm just dabbing a tiny bit of glue on there. See, so we want it this way, and it kind of bends that way, and I'm just gonna try and bend it the other way. I guess it's not too bad. All right, we're gonna cover that with some clouds, and these are the clouds that are with that set. I'm gonna put one cloud here. And I'm going to lay the end of the cloud over this so it doesn't show. And we're going to add dimensionals to the other end of it. Just like that. I need another one on there. Okay, and this is going to sit over that. It's up a little bit, so it's not going to be in the way of that. And I'm going to add a couple more clouds. We've got this one, and we have this one here. So let's I think I'll put these. I am not going to pop up. I think I'll put this one down kind of low like that. I added a little glue on there. And the other one is going to go up here. Just like that. And we need a couple sprinkles of gems. And I think I'll use the adhesive back blue gems from the annual catalog. Well, I don't know if I'm going to like that with that. Let's cut this off. Should my arrow go the other way? Let's see. I don't know. I assumed it meant, I think it's going the right way. I'm going to get some different colored gems. So I think I'm going to use these are the adhesive backed hexagons. I think I'll use the pink ones. And let's put one here. One right there. Maybe one up here. And there. Okay, so then this is going to layer on our green. Actually, I think I'd rather layer it on white. I think it would look better on white than the green. cutting a piece of the white. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. We'll add some liquid glue to our layer. A little bit there. Okay, so there's our card. Driving by, just to say, whoops. I have to do it this way. Driving by, just to say happy birthday. Maybe. There, I've got that nail going. Driving by just to say happy birthday. Okay. So if you guys have done any of the cards with a Give It a Whirl stamp set, I'd like to know, I'd like to see what you've done. If you have any hints, like this mechanism down here seems too close to this. I don't know if there's a way we could pop that up there. I like the card though. So thanks for stopping by, and I will be on Monday night for Mystery Stamping. I'd love to have you join me. I'd love to know what you think about the cards, any thoughts or suggestions, and if you're watching on YouTube, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Thanks, Margaret. I hope things go well for you tomorrow. I'll be thinking about you. Okay, take care.